What's up, family? It's your boy D.GRAY back again doing this thing I like to do. First and foremost, I want to introduce my brother, my big brother, my road dog, known him for over 20-something years. Nitty, better known as Nitty, Frank Lax Nitty. Go ahead and introduce yourself there, brother.
Yo, what's the deal, everybody? It's the big Frank Nitty out of New York, living in Colorado right now. I want to say it's my birthday today, and I'm feeling good. 57 years old, retired. Hey, this is nothing better than being this young and retired at this age, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm right there behind you, baby. I'm right there behind you, so you know what's up. Right there behind you. Hey, give me a couple months, baby. I'll be right there with you. So again, congratulations on another born day, bro. The Lord has blessed you with another year, and that's all you can ask for.
No doubt.
So, hey, what we gonna do? Y'all are familiar with what I do, but y'all ain't used to what me and him bring. See, this is our second iteration of this show that we call Diatribe with Nitty and D.GRAY. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this happen today.
All right.
What's up?
Hold up. What you want to drink on my birthday?
Oh, you gonna get some of that vodka, bro?
Little Tito's?
Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's do that. Let's do that real quick.
Hey, look at this, bro.
What you got? Oh, you got some Eisbach, baby.
Back in the day.
That's from back in the hey, that's from back in Deutschland, nigga. You know what I mean? I tell you what.
This is my all-time favorite, y'all.
Chantre. Word is born. Word is born. Hey, we could do a little shot if you want to do a little shot for your born day, baby. You want to do one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get me my, you know how I get down. I'm gonna pop one for you for your birthday. Even though you know I really don't celebrate birthdays, right?
Okay.
But I'm gonna hit you up real quick. Let you know how I feel about you. All right, before we take this shot, you know how I'm rolling. You know how I get down. You know how I get down. And let me say this.
You remember these old school guys?
Come on, bro. You probably had Kool-Aid, milk, everything in that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Hey, let me say this real quick. I love you, brother. I've known you since I was a young man in my 20s. I am now damn near 100 years old. And I want to thank you, bro. You've always been there for me. Every time I had some problems in my life, you've always been stand tall brother for me, bro. I appreciate you. I thank the Most High God of Scripture for you. So before I start crying, let me go and get this thing popping, bro.
No doubt, bro.
No doubt. Popping that Henny, baby. Popping that Henny. This is how I get down. You know this is how I get down. I don't do nothing else, really.
Yeah, drink that Hennessy.
But I love it. I love it. So anyway, what we're going to do on this Diatribe episode, people, we're going to talk about some things. We're going to go through some things. We're going to give you our take on most popular topics out there. I want to talk about politics because we grown folks, man. We ain't saying all about, old school hip hop or whatever it is. We ain't just out here muck yucking about females and whatnot, which we will at some point. But what do you think about this new Biden administration? What do you think about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden?
Well, I had to, when we used to do this, I had to back down because I worked for the government, Department of Defense. So I couldn't say how I really felt. But now, I'm retired. I can say what I want to say.
Word is born.
I'm just like this, bro. Every time the Republicans, and this is only my thoughts, so it's only what I feel. You don't have to agree, we can agree to disagree. But every time the Republicans get in office, we have to go back behind them and clean stuff up. And this last idiot, Trump, he fucked up America, bro. And I'm just gonna say it like it is. And so far, I'm liking what Biden is doing. He's taking things slow. He's not all on social media talking crazy. He's trying to bring America back to its feet. Because, bro, right now, we not on our feet, bro. We just like those boxing matches, bro. We on one knee. Or one knee for being knocked out.
Right.
It's gonna take a while for us to get back up, bro.
And I agree with you. I think what's right now we are healing from a lot of this stuff that's happened over the past 4 years. What I would give Trump credit for The only thing I give him credit for is some of these people that we didn't know were closeted racists. Now we know because they popped their heads up.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'll give him credit for. What he did was he brought out exactly what America really is. He brought out what was hidden before. So now, based on what you just said, I don't think it's going to take a long time for America to get back, even if we wanted to get back to where it was. Because back to where it was these racists were hiding. So we may never be able to get back to normal because now we see you guys now. And now we got to deal with you. Now we got to deal with you. So that's the only thing I give him credit for. You're absolutely right. We are on one knee, ready for Chris Tucker to stand over and tell us we just got to knock the fuck out.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for that. I'm waiting for it to happen. But here's the thing. Here's what I will tell you. I'm not sure how much I deal with Biden. There's some other history with him and Kamala when it comes to brothers and sisters as far as criminal justice. But that's another podcast for another day. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt only because his sample size isn't that long yet. He's only been in there, what, a month, you know?
No, not really. You can't say that.
What do you mean?
The man's been in there for 8 years.
Who?
Biden. He was in there when Obama was in there. He had Obama's back.
He wasn't running anything.
No, he wasn't. But bruh, when you are a leader, you gotta have a good right-hand man. You know that. It's just like your job. Your job, your boss could be what she is if it wasn't for you being her right-hand man. I was working for my boss, I did most everything.
Right.
Bruh, I was her right-hand man.
I got you.
And bruh, I'm just saying, yeah, he has some history where he did some fucked up shit, but bruh, everybody did fucked up shit. Everybody.
Yeah, but more pointedly though, some of his crime bills, and Kamala Harris's too, were geared toward black men. And they put a lot of black men in jail, bro.
Yeah, I heard that, bro, but I gotta do more research.
That's right. That's right.
You commit a crime, you're gonna have to do the time.
That's real. That's real.
That's what that shit is all about.
But understand this, Nitty. Sometimes there is such a thing as disparity in sentencing in the justice system.
Yes, sir.
We get convicted and sentenced to longer and harsher times and sentences for obvious reasons. And they were complicit. But again, what did I said something in another podcast about forgiveness. I got to give him time to see how he reacts as the man in charge. Like you said, my boss is in charge. And she could come in coming in there effing everything up. But it wasn't her sample size. So I gave her some time. And guess what? My boss got better. She got better when she started trusting me.
That's
you know
it.
What I'm saying?
Trust.
So hopefully Kamala and him have repented from whatever they were doing, and they'll do better by us. And I'll wait till we get a bigger sample size on that. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's what it's about. Trust.
Man, don't get me started down that one, bro, because we could go on to other topics. But let's trust him. Right now we got part of the cancer out. We're gonna see if we go back and if we're gonna go into remission. Yeah. Now that we got that clown out.
Good point.
I got into a little bit of a conversation with a young female on Facebook. It was about a month ago. I had criticized Biden and she jumped up defending this dude, whatever it was. But then it morphed into this whole argument about LGBTQ rights. Are they the same as Black civil rights? And I tried to explain to her that that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. So what is your take on civil rights? Are they the same as LGBTQ rights?
And again, this is only my opinion, but I was going to join this organization for minorities. Everybody knows I run a limousine company. So I was about to go sign up for this minority group, and I go in there and something says look at Denver and see who they got in Denver. So I go in there, I look up Denver, and they got a guy in Denver who is gay, and they let him sign up in the group. Well, I was hurt by it. And the reason why, I'm like, wait a minute, man, you gonna let him sign up in a minority group because he is gay? So he can get in our groups, but we can't get in his groups. Now, he's white. You feel me?
Right.
He's straight white.
Because that was my next question. Was he white or black?
He was white. And that's the problem I have with him. You just snuck into an avenue where you didn't got into this minority group because you claim to be gay. And that's not the same as a civil rights. There's no way that is the same, Darrell.
It's not the
civil
same.
Civil rights is for all people.
True.
You know, and gay is for you gay.
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
Exactly. I'm a heterosexual man, all the way. I have no problem with, gay men or anything, lesbians. But don't start trying to act like that is the same as civil rights, because we fought too hard for this.
I'll put a point on what you said. I agree with everything you said, but I'm going to give you my take. I'm going to put a point on it.
Okay.
Black civil rights is based on skin racism. When they look at me, they hate me.
Yes.
When they look at me, no matter what they know I do in my, let's say they don't know what I do in my bedroom.
Nope.
But they hate me anyway.
Because of the color of your skin.
Because of the color of my skin. As a person in the LGBTQ community, you have to tell them, or you have to display something that would make them know that you were of that community. Now, understand this. If you attack somebody in the LGBTQ community because they're gay, you're a douchebag, you're a criminal. That's criminal, because in some way, shape, or form, they found that out.
Well, there's a law for that.
Yeah, there's a law. It's called assault and battery or murder. That's what.
No. There's another law for if you attack a gay or lesbian.
It's a hate crime.
A hate crime.
It's a hate crime.
Yes.
They call it a hate crime, and I'm all for that. That's a hate crime. But don't say that your civil rights are being subjected to, egregious acts because you're gay. You have to tell somebody you're gay. You have to display it. That's what goes on in your bedroom. You could have kept that in your bedroom. But when somebody looks at me, right? Even gay politicians, right, have done horrible things as far as laws against Black people. It's not the same thing because you have to divulge it. That's why it's not the same. So there's civil rights, and you know what they're doing these days? They're trying to mesh the two. All of a sudden, civil rights is also LGBTQ rights, which to me doesn't fix the point.
And that's why I told you that he snuck in the back door of this minority group and got in.
No pun intended, y'all. No pun intended.
Right. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Right. Yeah, and that's my whole point. That if you're being a part of the group, the civil rights group, it has to do with, I would say, if I had to make, what has history proven to be more egregious? Skin racism or lifestyle racism? Or excuse me, lifestyle prejudice or bigotry. It's not the same. You have to divulge it. And to be quite honest with you, when they do that, I feel like they dilute the message. They dilute the message as far as Black people and what we've always had to go through. Anybody out there, again, I'll say this again, anybody out there who attacks a Black person attacks an LGBTQ person, you are a douchebag and a criminal. Mind your own damn business. mind your business, right? But don't convolute the two, because what it does, it keeps us so-called African Americans from getting the things that we need legislatively. That's what it does. So you and I agree on that, because it's not the same. We're gonna get into this probably last little topic. We ain't gonna delve on it too hard, and then I'm gonna, we go with final thoughts, because I want my brother to at the end of everyone, I want him to give some wisdom out there to people, because he keeps me straight. When I'm confused and I don't know what I'm doing, I call this brother, and so I want him to give his wisdom at his super young age. The last thing I want to talk about is, what do you think about this idea of changing the NBA logo to something other than Jerry West? There's a couple of ideas out there. Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, I think it's time. We didn't had me and you and I. We didn't had our Michael Jordan. We came up in that decade. Now these younger kids that had Kobe Bryant. Jerry West was probably the icon back in his days. It's time for a change. Just switch it up a little bit.
I agree.
Let the people decide, because the people are the ones who makes up the NBA. Mm-hmm. And we are spending a lot of money on these tickets and financing this NBA. So let the people decide. I think it's time for a change. I'm nothing wrong with Jerry West, but let's go with a change. Let's go with a little Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan.
Or whomever the icon is. You're right.
Could be even LeBron. I'm just saying, hey, switch it up.
Listen.
It's time.
And who was I talking to? I wasn't talking to anybody. I was actually watching Stephen A. And I don't really dig Stephen A. too much, but Stephen A. said something that was very prophetic when he said this. He said to me, let me stop. He didn't say anything to me. What he said was, and it made a lot of sense to me. The NBA is made up of 90% African Americans.
Oh, he said it to you. He said it to you. He said it. Don't get it twisted. He said it to you.
You're right.
He
said it to me.
Make sure you understood what he was saying.
And I caught it. I was in the middle of doing something else. I caught that. I was like, whoa, wait.
That's right. Go ahead.
That made a lot of sense. So he said 90% of the NBA is made up of black players, but the icon is a white dude.
Go ahead, boy.
Boy, don't make me get into my whole Hebrew Israelite thing right now. The white dude is the icon of a machine that employs 90% brothers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Think about that.
I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
So yes, it's time for a change. But here, I'm gonna give you an idea. You tell me what you think of this. I think it's a great idea. You know how in the NFL, and maybe in NBA, I don't know about in the NBA, you have to be retired for a certain amount of time before you're eligible for the Hall of Fame, right? Yeah. So how about, because they decided to make a logo of a person, their logo, they decided to make the shape of a person their logo. Why not every 20 years, you change that logo? And for you to be eligible to be part of that logo, you have to be retired, right? From the NBA a certain amount of time, right? And it has to be in chronological order. So the next logo needs to be something with Michael Jordan. 10, 15 years from now, Kobe Bryant, because he came in before LeBron. Then LeBron can be on the logo. I think that is how they should do it, based on who's the icon of that era every 20 years or so. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like that idea.
I think that I should float that. I think they should pay me for that. They shouldn't get that for free. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this.
That's right. That's right. So I think that's what the NBA should do. Who would you choose? If you could choose right now, it doesn't matter what era, who would you choose next?
Even though I'm not a big Michael Jordan fan, bro, because what he did to my boys.
Yeah, he's to my boys, bro. He
went through them, like he owned them, bro. So, you know, yeah, you're right. You know, it's got to be giving that love to Mike, Kobe, LeBron. I got another one for you, bro. AI changed the game.
Why not? Why not?
AI changed the game, so any one of them can get some love.
Right.
And, bro, shit, if you have to, you can put two of them on one logo. As long as they're on the logo, I don't care.
Yeah, that would be a little noisy, but I hear you. You know, they could do it like they do presidents every 4 or 5 years, change the logo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So everybody gets love. And I'm not saying that it can't be a white dude. I just think it's kind of weird that you got Jerry West was a great player, but he didn't change the game like Jordan or LeBron. I mean, he was good to, you know, do his thing.
The NBA was going to shit.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Bruh.
The NBA was going to shit. I'm telling you, the NBA was finished. So when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird started playing against each other, bruh, it made it competitive. And I have to say this, it made it a black and white thing. Because I remember growing up, you had black people rooting for the Los Angeles Lakers, and you had white people rooting for the Boston Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, let me tell you, that was some good battle.
Boy, you gotta remind me, I was growing up in that time too. You forget, I'm kind of old my damn self.
Then you had them 76ers coming in the back door. You know what I'm saying? So then when Mike came, he just put a little finesse on the game.
He put a little finesse. He was probably, other than Wilt Chamberlain, what's another one? Bill Russell. That dominated the game to such a fashion that, I mean, it took you know, nearly a decade for anybody to come back, 20 years or more. I mean, that's why you have this comparison to LeBron, you know, to dominate in that way. That's the iconography for that, you know? So if I had my druthers, man, I would just go on ahead and give it to Mike, man. I mean, there might be some licensing issues because of he makes money off his logo.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he can make money off the logo too. Nike would have a problem with it. But yeah, Mike needs to be that next one, bro. And then.
But sometimes you have to get back to the game, bro.
Right.
You have to get back.
You talking about Jordan? You talking about Jordan? Yeah, Jordan. Because
if it wasn't for the game, Jordan would be where he at.
And you know, Jordan is not really known for being. He's not a very. I don't know. I'm not in his pocket, so I don't know what he really does with his money. But he's not really known for being a man of the people. You know, like AI, or like LeBron, or even like Kobe. He's not that guy. We like Jordan, but we don't like Jordan like we like AI and you know, these guys who are like us. They're more like us. He ain't really like us. You know what I mean?
Yo, let me say it like this. I've been noticing a lot of brothers passing away here lately. And I just want to put this out there. You know, we got to get our stuff together. We're going to have to go to the doctor to get physicals. If you're overweight, you're going to have to do something with your weight. I'm one of those people who's overweight. You know, I've lost a lot of weight, went down from 313 down to 285. I'm trying to get down to 225. That's my goal. I want it to be solid. Solid.
This nigga said.
The other thing is, you know, yeah, you have to go to these doctors. And if you have high blood pressure, you need to have your high blood pressure controlled. Because high blood pressure leads into a lot of things. And I'm here to tell you, I've got high blood pressure, which scarred my kidneys, which now I have kidney failure. I'm not afraid to tell anybody I have kidney failure. I also am an advocate of out here telling people, hey, you need to take care of your blood pressure. That blood pressure will scar those kidneys. Then you'll be walking around here with a tube in your stomach with a catheter at the end of it, cleaning out your blood. And I don't, I blame the Army, but, I blame myself too, because I just didn't realize what it was doing to me. And the same thing with sleep apnea. Oh, people don't want to wear the mask. You gotta wear that mask. You have to wear that mask if you want to live. Now, we can make all the money we want to make. We can make all this money with disability and all this, but if you ain't around to spend and enjoy that money, what's the point? Because these people I'm with, they're not here to make you rich. They here to only support you while you alive. So to me, they'd rather for you to die and they can move on to the next one. Excuse my language. But that's real talk. So I'm telling you, brothers, I've seen a lot of my homeboys from New York City pass away lately. I want you guys to get out there, even like me. I'm gonna get up. I gotta get out here and walk 2 miles, 2.5 miles, 3 miles. I gotta get active in the summertime. I'm even starting to play basketball again on the weekends. I gotta do something. That's right. I want to stay alive. I'm 57 today. I want to see 60. So with that said, I'm grateful for my brother Darrell put me on this platform to express how I feel and talk about the things that I love to talk about. And like I said, me and him gonna be friends for another 30, 40 years. He's my brother for life. He ain't gonna never get rid of me. So with that said, you're right here with me, my boy.
All praises, Di. I appreciate you. And I thank you for that, bro. You the one that made me take mine. Put my CPAP on my face when it ain't sexy to put it on. You be laying up there with your girl, you gotta put your Darth Vader mask on your face. It ain't sexy, but hell, I want to be able to roll over and make love. I want my heart to stop. So I wear my CPAP no matter who I'm with. And my blood pressure medication.
Keep your ass alive.
Hey, you told me I wasn't taking it. And I remember you talked to me for about 20 minutes over that. When I finally was like, okay, nigga, damn, I'll take that shit. And I don't miss that shit. You was on me, bro. I remember that. That was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, man, I take my blood pressure medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta give thanks to my doctor because she was on me about that blood. And the other thing is, look here, fellas. I was smoking cigarettes for 38 years. I'm smoke free now for a year. That's an amazing accomplishment.
It is.
When I joined the Army, they was smoking if you got them.
Right.
Here I am lighting up a cigarette just so I can take a break.
Right.
Then 38 years later, I'm smoking cigarettes.
Right.
Weaseling it. Nah. Put them cigarettes down. I don't even drink that much.
Nah.
I don't even drink that much.
I probably drink a little more than I should, but I'm stressed out right now, nigga. I got stressors. I got stressors. So
hey, don't get too stressed out.
Yeah, man. I'm about to talk a little bit about it and I'm gonna leave it alone. So I appreciate you giving out that advice, bro. I hope you brothers out there and you sisters too, take that advice to heart because we need y'all out here in this fight, and we love y'all. So I'm gonna end this video with I want to say something to anybody out there that I might have offended. Nitty will tell you that I got a mouth on me. I'm one of these people that I know how to speak and I know how to say really awful things. And sometimes I don't think before I open my mouth. So whomever's out there in video land, if I've ever said anything to you or made you feel like I didn't like you or care for you or didn't want you to be a happy person, I apologize for that. I'm in this truth. People know that I'm in this truth, and I try to stay in these scriptures. And sometimes I stray away from what the Most High God has wanted from me. And so I want everybody to understand that I'm a work in progress just like anyone else. my life has taken changes and taken different roads in the last couple of years. And so it's ever evolving. And sometimes I get out of pocket. So one thing we do as brothers, we need to stay out of our emotions all the time. We need to quit acting effeminate, fussing and fighting and arguing. That is not the hallmark of a grown man, of a stable man. Men are not supposed to be in their feelings, fussing and fighting all the time. And I've been guilty of that many times, but the Bible does not support it. So with that being said, anybody that I may have offended 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, yesterday, my humble apologies to everybody, because it's not where I want to be, and it's not conducive or even what the Most High wants from me. So anyway, I'll wrap this up, man. I think this is a good episode. What you think? What you think?
I loved it, bro.
Hey, we're gonna do it, and I will tell
we back, baby. We back.
We're gonna do this. We was doing this before. We kind of got out of it because my boy got a little skirt, but that's cool. We good. Hey, he ain't skirt no more. You can tell. He gonna call it like he sees it, right? And we don't go to clubs and stuff no more. So this is kind of how we get our stuff out there. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you doing this with me. This is gonna be a regular thing for us, Nitty. And once again, I thank God for you, man. I'm glad that God gave you that next day, that next month, that next year. And hopefully I still got you around in the next 10 to 20, 30. You know what I mean? I've been blessed to know you, bro. And I'm glad we kept our friendship the way it is, man. Hey, we ain't gonna let this thing run long. You good, man? You got your information out?
Yeah, let me go upstairs and get me a little hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and I got ribs on the grill, man. I'm gonna go ahead and check on my stuff.
Oh.
Man. Hey, we're gonna do this next week. Stay tuned for that. There's gonna come a time when we do this live. And we're gonna get some people up there. We're gonna chit chat. We're gonna chop it up. But right now, we're done. Peace out. One.
Put some music on my joint, baby.
Oh, you know I'm doing that.
All right.
All right, guys.
Peace.